Welcome to the Swedish Maker. This week we're making a vanity. So we're currently renovating our bathroom and we're trying to achieve something that would go with the age of the house. And the house was built in 1938. And we found that it was really hard to come by a vanity that looked something like this, so we decided to build it ourselves. Now, material-wise, I'm going to use Valchromat for the main structure. Valchromat is basically MDF that is colored throughout and engineered for high physical performance. It is impregnated with organic dye and glued with a specific resin. It is much stronger than MDF and it is also much more resistant to water. So it seems that Valchromat is perfect for this project. And this sheet of Valchromat is 16mm thick and it cost me about $120, so it's a bit more expensive than MDF. And for the framing and the doors we are using pine. Now let's get started building. I started off by cutting out all the pieces for the main structure of the vanity in Valchromat using the circle saw and the guide rail. This is a good way to get perfectly straight pieces. I have a small sheet of OSB that protects the work table. I also drilled pocket holes with a pocket hole jig, and when all the pieces were cut to size, we painted them with a primer and the final color before assembly. We did that to prevent moisture. And when all the pieces were painted, we started assembling everything together with wood glue and pocket screws. I have these corner clamps that are really nice to use when screwing everything together. They keep it aligned. I'll have links to something similar down below. We also cut a divider to size. This piece is going to divide the double doors on the cabinet from the drawer and the smaller door. We waited making this until the main cabinet was put together so that we could put the sink on top and measure how much material we had to remove in regards to the sink. When the main assembly was finished, it was time to make the frame. We made the frame using 18mm pine. The same width as the glue jointed pine we're going to use for the doors. The pieces were cut to size using the table saw and the miter saw, and we could have used pocket holes for the frame as well, but opted for dowels and wood glue instead. This was pretty straightforward as the outer frame size just has to match the cabinet size. The drawers and doors are made from 18mm glue jointed pine. I had them cut to the rough sizes and then I could hold them against the vanity and shave off a millimeter here and there to make them fit perfectly. This way I know they fit and don't have to rely on the measurements from the drawing. Now, we wanted the doors to have some kind of framing to them, so I actually made a frame jig for my router, and I used double-sided tape to attach it to the door, and then I could use the router and a straight bit to create a groove in the pine. And I removed all the material inside of the frame with the router as well. Even though it was tedious, it worked great. I've never seen it made like this before, but it seemed like a good idea to have the doors all in one piece. We attached the frame with wood glue and brad nails. And then it was all about adding the hinges for the doors and the drawer. I made the door with the 15mm plywood and pocket holes, and for the bottom I just attached 6mm plywood. We used hot glue to position the drawer front, and then we could just go ahead and screw it from the inside. And that's it, the vanity was done. Alright, that was it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. Please consider subscribing and hit the thumbs up if you like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.